everyone, welcome to our project video, and today we will share our review about three amazing classic books with their unique story, unique plot, and unique values. So let's dive in.
Alright, so I just finished reading this incredible book and I'm pretty sure you have heard of it before. This is 1984 by George Orwell. The book was published in 1949 and the story takes a totalitarian society where the government control almost everything. What people do, what people think, and what people say. There is a main character, his name is Mr. Smith. He works at the Ministry of Truth. His job is change the historical to make the government look right. Basically, they rewrite the past to control the present. What makes this book so powerful and interesting is that Orwell didn't just make it up for fun. He actually wanted to criticize real government in his time. He was talking about how dictatorship use fear, lies, and propaganda to control people's mind. Even though 1984 was written a long time ago, it still feels so relevant today. Things like fake news, surveillance, and people being afraid to share their opinions remind me a lot of Orwell's message. For me, 1984 is not just about politics, it's about being human. It teaches us to question what's true, to value freedom, and to protect our own soul. So, if you enjoy stories that make you think deeply about life and society, I really recommend reading 1984. It's dark but also very meaningful.
Wow!
Okay, thank you guys for listening. And what about you, Nabil?
Well, I went with a different genre. I just finished reading a mystery novel. This is Murder in Mesopotamia by Agatha Christie, published in 1936. I think if you know Agatha Christie, you know that she's the queen of mystery. The story takes place in an archaeological dig site in Iraq where the murder happens, and our detective, Hercule Poirot, has to solve the murder. What's really interesting about this book is how Christie builds suspense. Every character seems suspicious and you keep guessing until the very end. What I love most about this book is how it shows that the truth is often hidden in plain sight. Christie is a master at misdirection. She makes you think and then boom! The real killer is someone you didn't expect. It's a brilliant example of how a good mystery should be written.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you. What about you, Dylan?
Wow, both of your books sounds amazing. So I just finished reading a pretty short book. I think you have known this book because this book is very popular. This is White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Wow, Dostoevsky?
Yes, Dostoevsky, the most popular Russian writer. It's a psychological romantic fiction that explores themes of loneliness and emptiness. Even though it's short, I finished it less than a week. The feelings it gives you stay with you for a long time. Dostoevsky used language absolutely very stunning. His writing style is so poetic. So when we read paragraph, sentence by sentence, we read like poetry. The book was first published in 1848. What I really love about it is the introspective monologue style. The main character, we know as the dreamer without name, is a lonely people, antisocial person living in a big city. Then he meets Nastenka. Who is Nastenka? Nastenka is a young woman who gives him hope and makes him feel alive again. But in the end, she goes back to her former love and he's left alone again. This book really touched on the theme of urban isolation and unrequited love. Every sentence is crafted so beautifully that it makes you feel the characters' emotions deeply. It's definitely a book I plan to read again. And you can say this is masterpiece.
Wow, that's an excellent book.
Wow, our books actually really good.
Even though they're all different genres, there's something connecting them.
Exactly. You know what interesting? Even though these books were written in the 1800s and 1900s, way before modern technology, they still speak to us today. These literary works represent the feelings and experience of their readers. They serve as a social commentary, as criticism, and as reflection of society. We believe the literature isn't just pure fantasy created by the authors, but it's actually a mirror of a social reality. The issues these authors wrote about back then are still relevant now.
And exactly why we're so lucky to study comparative literature. It helps us to see this connection across the time, cultures, and genres. And see you in the next project video.